Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver, and welcome back to It's 4th of July. There are fireworks outside. There's nothing I can do about that, you know, if I streamed way later, if I recorded way earlier, it doesn't matter. There have been fireworks going off for pretty consistently throughout the day, but like not a lot at the same time, I guess you could say. Like, they've definitely been ramping up over the last hour. But, and probably gonna go fucking crazy later tonight, maybe even during the course of this video, but it is what it is. Please know Yashiro, all perks random item statistics. Oh, thank God. The Yashiro arc is well and truly dead. Buried in the ground. Thank God for that. Thank God for that. But, what was I gonna say? Strength, seconds, light source, charisma, knowledge? Wait, what the hell is this? Are we on True Believer? Aw, hell no. I really did set the run-up wrong. Okay, fair enough. Timeline random. Let's try that again. Did I misclick? Did I click here? That's so weird. All unlocked perk cards, exquisite, thank God. Listen, it was set up for, like, possibly the funniest outcome of all time, but it wouldn't be very funny for me, and I wouldn't enjoy it. So now, for real this time, she would be busted with +1 to all of her stats, that's true. I answered this question on last night's stream, but would I do a character tier list and perk tier list before the game comes out? I think I might do that, but the problem is that I haven't been thinking critically about the game at all, which I feel like if I just looked at all the characters and thought about them for 5 minutes, I could probably come up with something pretty convincing and or believable. But there's just a lot of stuff that I haven't been paying attention to, you know? And there they go. But you know what? There's nothing I can do about that. It's just 4th of July, it exists. Light source, strength, charisma, dexterity, no knowledge, which is a bummer because she actually has a perk that gives her +2 to that. But we're on all perks, so it doesn't actually exist, never fucking mind. Just second mystery and a light source, so we can look into that, and by that I mean we won't. Oh, we're on exquisite taste. Misery, suffering even, agony. I mean, I don't even know what, like, I want here. I almost feel like we take the hardware shop, because you're trying to avoid doom at all costs with Juri, you know? We do a little trolling. We do a little trolling and lose the game? Whoa, that's crazy. Because, like, what weapon? We would have to get a weapon from the downtown, but that's so much doom that we're losing by not taking the police station. Shop for items, occult shop. Because, I mean, we could get a dexterity. We could get a steak knife. That's true. We could get a ritual dagger. We could get a whatchamacallit. You know what? Let's do it. This is gonna be bad. But I feel like it trades the early game for the late game. Now, what do we actually want to get? Probably something that's not dog water. But, like, here's the thing. What would we even buy? Like, the more and more I think about it, like, what weapons are good? Like, small candle, heavy-duty flashlight, which is kinda bad now, by the way, because it got nerfed. Monkey wrench and steak knife, but like steak knife is inferior to the small candle. I don't know, it's weird. There's not really a lot of viable weaponry. If we could get a dog and then a rusty sickle, then that would kind of go hard, but like that's incredibly unlikely to happen. So I'm just kind of sitting here in the abyss, you know? It's like, what the hell do we actually do? We're cutting out, like, most of the good weapons in the game by getting rid of one location, and then we have one weapon here, which is the steak knife, which is okay, and then we have 2 weapons here, which can be usable. Well, one of them's really good, but one weapon's usable, and we just have to hope that we get either or of them, and then we have to just power level dexterity for the rest of the fucking run? Like, what is this? Like, there's so few. I guess we'll do the steak knife if we can, but we'll know if we're gonna win the run at the very beginning because of how, like... No, we gotta take the fucking occult store because it has more weapons in it. If we don't get the steak knife here... Well, actually, I'm trying to think what shop has a higher inventory variety. I think it's the occult store. But the thing is, if we don't get the steak knife, you can re-roll this like 8 times and never see the steak knife. If we don't get either of the 2 weapons, you can re-roll this 8 times and never get any of the weapons. So it doesn't fucking matter. I'm kind of getting a little sad, a little upset, because, like, when I'm thinking about weapons in this game, they're just all dog shit. Like, they're just all terrible. Like, they're just all bad. And so when you get limited like this, like, the worst part of Exquisite Taste is not choosing one location. It's the fact that you get fucked if you can't get a weapon. Because other weapons don't exist. You're deleting, like, most of the weapons that you'll ever see in the game. And so it's like, do we want to reroll 80 times for the fucking steak knife, or do we want to reroll 80 times for this fucking small candle or the ritual dagger? We're gonna level up dexterity, so I guess we'll do that, but it's just like it's just such an RNG crapshoot, you know? And it wouldn't be so bad if we weren't playing Juri, because if we were playing Juri, you know, we could reroll 30% Doom just for fun trying to get the steak knife, and then probably win the game. But we're playing Juri, so that's not gonna happen. If we don't get it on, like, the first 2 rerolls, I think we just lose. And I think that's one of the things... Like, okay, so here's the thing. The fantasy of World of Horror is that you are, like, a young adult, teenager, whatever, struggling to save the world from, like, an eldritch invasion, and you have to stop the cult from summoning the Elder God. And, you know, you're not expecting the old teenager, young adult to be able to, like, kick ass and take names, even though that is what happens, like, 90% of the time because of how the gameplay works. But there's a certain fantasy of, like, scrounging around to get that item that you desperately need to get through the challenge so that you can save the world. There's a certain fantasy to that, and people like it, and people in this game, like, think about that. And there's sort of, like, this scrungly desire to have that, even though it's not how, like, the game functions, like, at all. And so, you know, I'm just thinking about it, and it's like, when the game is, when you put the game on the hardest difficulty, the issues with how, like, limited things have become, because if you're playing on an easier difficulty, it doesn't matter. Like, you could probably, like, next run, we'll do fucking easy, but we'll use the shovel and see what happens. We'll probably win. Just through, like, sheer healing and spamming, because we get doom reduction at the end of every mystery, etc., etc., but we could probably, I think a challenge run will actually be play with the shovel on normal mode, cultist mode. But, like, there's so few viable weapons in this game, and all of them are available at the very beginning, for the most part. You know what I mean? Like, unless we see, like, if we see the chainsaw here, then potentially problem solved, because we can take that horror meter, lose to the horror a little bit early, but we have the chainsaw, so the lower stats don't really matter as much for combat anyways. But it's brutal. It's honestly brutal. Like, I do genuinely feel like, which we don't have it, but I do genuinely feel like we're also on all randomized items, so the steak knife could be dog shit, but that's just more of, like, that comes with a challenge. That's fine. Like, I don't have any problem with that. We made our bed, we'll lie in it. The steak knife has really good stats, so it's kind of hard to fuck that up, even if we get, like... I think the worst thing would be if the damage changes for the worse. If the damage is unaffected, even if we get shitty rolls on both the speed and the accuracy, I think we're so back. I think we're fine. It's a good weapon. It's a good weapon, sir. I carefully pull up the diagram between a bad weapon and a good weapon. It's a good weapon, sir. I buy it. It's a bad weapon. But, like, the thing is, like, you can't really scrounge in this game, right? Like, you can't really be a scrungly little scavenger who's, like, getting the item that's gonna save the day. That doesn't really happen because you know what to expect really quickly, right? Like, if you get something like a, whatchamacallit, like, if you see painting, you're like, okay, I get the chainsaw, I win the game. If you see, like, oh, I got the katana, it's like, oh, I went to the other world, 33% chance, oh, hey, I'm here, I can get the katana now, and you get the katana, you're like, okay, I won the game. But, like, there is no, like, weapon. Like, the meat cleaver is bad. like, it's bad. It can only passably be used because the enemies in that mystery are weak to sharp. So that gives you kind of like a little bonus. It basically does like +1 damage more than it should, right? And they're low health enemies, and they have bad accuracy, and they don't do much damage. So you could clutch with the meat cleaver in there if you want to, or if you want to just use the meat cleaver for whatever reason. But, and just like the weapon offerings in this game, man, like all the best weapons are available immediately at the beginning, and then there are like some power weapons that you can grab that just win you the game if you get them. And then everything else is just like dog shit. Like, I'm trying to think, like, I mean, the Rusty Sickle is a good addition because it's a genuinely good weapon. Same thing with the box cutter. That's also a genuinely good weapon. I think the recent changes, or the recent added weapons are good, right? But, like, there's not enough of them. And so it just and they're also random. You need a dog to get the Rusty Sickle, and you need to fight a specific enemy to get the box cutter. So that means that, like, 90% of the time, you're just sticking with the bullshit weapon that you bought at level 1, and you're using that for the whole game. You're killing God with that weapon, right? Like, you're not supposed to kill God with a fucking steak knife, okay? Like, Super Auto Pets has been trying to get out of this, where it's, like, the best, like, you just buy a bunch of fucking tier 1 pets, level them up to 3, and they're just, like, they're sticking around for the whole fucking game, you know? You don't kill God with an ant. Okay, yeah, you don't kill God with an otter that's giving you +1/+1 to 2 random allies, because it's level 2 or whatever. I don't remember what they changed the otter. I don't know what it does now. But anyways, rant over. It's 11 minutes and I haven't played the game yet. True. Just gonna get ooh, right off the bat, spicy. We love it. Let's get the steak knife. Oh, it's so over. If this was 2 funds, I would actually have bought it. Is there anything here that's 2 funds that I want? We could get a discount item. Oh, the discount item, price 3 funds. That's fucking fantastic. Let's just watch the horror meter go up. Oh, oh no, it's over. It's over? That's 3 funds as well. Oh, pain. It's here. Wait, I thought we were on random item statistics. Was it just all perks, or is that the last mystery? I don't even know. Oh yeah, I did pick, like, the longest fucking mystery in the game, by the way. That's cool. But yeah, no, I think that, we definitely have our work cut out for us, because the horror meter is 42%, and we haven't even leveled up yet. That's pretty bad. Let's fucking do it. We gotta get that EXP, it's very important. But yeah, it's just like, cause like having this steak knife means that unless we get like stupidly lucky, right? This is mansion moment. What's our other doomed location? The hospital? And the village? Like, here's the thing, this gives us 2 to the horror meter, this gives us 4 to the horror meter, so... Oh, no police station! Oh no, it just gave us 2 to the... Wait, what? Anyways, that's weird. That should have given us... If it's supposed to be double, that should have... Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna worry about it. All of our stats are bad, so just give me a light source. Oof. Okay, that's fine. I mean, this could potentially lose us the game, but currently, we're completely fine. Now, I'd like to get out of here as quickly as humanly possible. Just as quickly as humanly possible. We're gonna be doing +1 damage, that's pretty fun. We did level up once already. This is fantastic. I cannot complain about that at all. We need to leave this mystery immediately. Okay, so we are doing... Okay, so we're not gonna be able to kill her in 1 turn, but we'll be able to do something like this, which is pretty good. Can't complain about that, can't complain about that. Pretty cool, pretty good. I'm stupid as hell. I was... You know what? I gaslit myself into believing. I did. It's true. I gaslit myself into believing that the randomized item statistics was real, and this was actually a 4 damage base weapon. How could I be so stupid? 33% chance, by the way. We don't deserve to live here. I'll give you another one. I cannot believe we're still alive. By the way, we're gonna horror out on Mystery 2, which is very funny. Core strength's pretty based. Now, our stats are just... I actually should have taken a point of dexterity there. It was very bad of me to do this. Because, yes, getting the stamina was how we win this, but, like... Oh, is this the level 2 dream? I think this is the level 2 dream. What's the shortest mystery here? This one. We just get lucky? I think we just get lucky, right? Yeah, I think we just try to get as lucky as possible. And, just breeze through this mystery in, less than 5 seconds, yeah? We do a little invite for coffee, maybe get level 4. If we can get level 4, that's better than I deserve. I'm happy we got to level 3. But, yeah, no, when I think about gearing in this game, and I don't know why I'm talking about it like it's an MMO, but when I think about gearing in this game, I just get a little bit sad, just a little bit, because it's like, I feel like it could be, like, it could cook, you know? We'll fix this once Juri's a skin suit, why not? But, like, I feel like this game could cook, you know? I really do. But it's just like with the gearing specifically, because the game is cooking, obviously. But, when... How do I put it? I don't actually know how you would fix it. Like, I'm trying to think about how you would fix it, and I actually don't know how you would fix it. Like, the bro is flabbergasted. Like, I got nothing. Which is, yeah, I mean, actually, that's kind of fair. I don't know how I would fix it. I got nothing. It's Goblin Seal moment. Now, the important part is we're going to die. So this is gonna do not be deceived. This is doing 8 damage, right? Because it's 6 plus 2. So that actually does indeed get you there, if you're willing to go the extra mile. And I'm pretty happy about that. I'm pretty happy about leveling up there. If we saw deduction there, that would go insanely hard. I think you gotta do something like this. You gotta get your dexterity up, because that's all you got. Now you're gonna use that hot bath to your advantage. I'm so glad we took the monument, by the way. Oh my god. So we're gonna use that monument to our advantage. But we also need to get some money, because this is, actually, I know exactly what we can do. Because we haven't taken the thing yet. Now, the doctor might be a little bit surprised to see... we're actually going to keep this. We have Akamanto later. I'd rather do it like this. The doctor may be a little bit surprised to see somebody get beat up by an eldritch entity, and then, you know, now said eldritch entity, the skinwalker, badly bleeding is a minor injury. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. How could I be so stupid? I forgot that badly bleeding was a minor injury. It was just a little, you know, a school nurse can take care of excessive gore bleeding that you'd see in the fucking that you'd see in the goddamn, like, I was gonna say, like, not like a Hellsing thing, but like a step down from Hellsing. You know, like badly bleeding is badly bleeding, not excessive bleeding. But anyway, I sound like a psycho, by the way. You like, without context, I must sound insane. Oh, with fetid fumes? Funny moment? Fetid fumes, funny moments? Okay. We just get lucky. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's fair, true, and balanced. Just get lucky. The actions that have come about from my consequences. It's not ideal. Not ideal at all. But we'll see. So we take 2. And wait, hold on. Regain 1 stamina. We attack, and then we block. Can't do it. We can dodge, though. Yeah, no, absolutely not. We just gotta do an all-out attack. We just gotta go absolutely fucking crazy. That would be a 1 DPS increase. We're not gonna sweat not being able to do that. Nice. We love missing. Okay. So we previously established that this is gonna do... Wait, what is this doing? This is gonna do 10, right? Yeah, 10 and then 10 and whatchamacallit? Yeah. No, I'm not gonna worry. I'm not gonna risk that. We're gonna do it like this. We're gonna do a 90% chance. If that missed, we would, like, literally just, I would cry on stream. It would be disastrous. So we guarantee the kill here. We're just 1 stamina gaming. We're balling. We're incredibly scared. Not great. Crimson Cape School Scissors. Well, I guess we'll do Coma, but, like, I'm not too enthusiastic about any of this. I think we're actually kind of screwed. But, yeah, no, maybe that's why I stopped looking at the, like, maybe that's why I stopped thinking critically about the game, and I just let my, like, brain glaze over, like, just get smooth as possible, is the fact that it's, like, when I think about the game's meta, I'm, like, relatively okay with it, but then also I remember how weapons work, and I get sad. And, like, here's the thing. I remember, okay? I was back in the day. So this is gonna do 10. And this is gonna do 8. So that's not good enough. Because, like, here's the thing. I remember back in the day, right? Back in the good old days of, like... Never. Because this is always how weapons worked. But, I remember back in the good old days. In my Fantasyland dreams. Where... we first got the announcement. Why did it do 11? Oh, whatever. What is 8 plus 2? Answer that in the comments down below. I'm fishing for engagement. We're trying to get 78 subscribers so I can get the YouTube features unlocked. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Did you know only 3% of people watching this video are subscribed? Yeah, anyways. That's actually not even true. I think for this channel, it's like 50 to 60% of the people who are watching are subscribed. So that still means that 40% of you can click that goddamn button, you know? And then you can unlock me features that I don't know what they are yet, because you have to join the YouTube partner program or whatever to unlock them. And I haven't looked into it outside of that. But, what was I gonna say? I don't know. We're just chilling, you know? 67% Doom gaming. Cool. Nope. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna regain a couple points of stamina, and then we're gonna run the fuck away. But what was I gonna say? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. You know what? We're just gonna do that, because our perception is slightly higher. But yeah, no, we're just chilling. Hot bath does wonders. True and real. I am still going to do this, because we're gonna do Akamanto next time, because I have no way of guaranteeing that, we're ever gonna be able to make it to Crimson Cape after whatchamacallit. Thank God I rested there. Holy shit. I didn't even take the Dust of Seeing. I didn't feel like we had the time for it with the amount of resting that I had to do. But, yeah, no, subscribe to make, I don't know, make me have features on YouTube. Do that. That's cool. I like that. So, subscribe, so that when I get to 1,000 subscribers, I can make 3 cents a month and ruin the viewer experience of these videos. Oh no, guys! It's mind wipe. Whatever will I do? Web needs your help to get rid of mind wipe. He needs your credit card number and the wacky digits on the back. Oh. We do a little researching of the damned. This is a weird run. This is a weird run. This is a weird video. Hello, Ritsuko-chan. Finally, a little bit of normalcy. Wait, hold on. Do we just win? No. No, we don't just win. Why would I think that we just win? I mean, we win if we don't miss, which is, I guess, true. I don't think that that's a wrong statement. If we hit the boss, if we hit the enemy, we win. Oh yeah, the mandatory hospital investigation, that goes hard. Why did we only take 1% doom there? That's crazy. Ithutu Flame kind of fucks, by the way. Like, I don't know if we're gonna use it, but it kind of fucks. Yeah, we can do that. Get a little sanity for fun. I'm gonna go to the whatchamacallit if we can. That sounds plausible. Oh, that one was Doom, huh? Well, let's go to the monument. If it's not stamina, we take these. Oh, that's so close. Try again next time. We could have YOLO'd the, whatchamacallit to try to get a, like a forbidden idol or whatever, but, eh. Oh, funny joke? Funny joke moment? Okay. Blast him? And I think we do not blast him. We actually guard, because he's gonna do 2. And then you buff up your accuracy, and then you miss the 90% chance, and then you cry. And then you do this, and then you do a little bit of this, and you do a little bit of that. And you're feeling pretty good about your life. Why did that do? Is that... Oh, because we have Stalker's Mask. Fair enough. I was so confused for a moment. I was so confused. I was like... I was about to say, what is 6 plus 2? But no, it was actually 6 plus 3. Which is a classic web blunder, forgetting that I have items. But, oh yeah, no, I never finished this anecdote. What I was trying to say earlier is that I remember when bonus damage was first introduced as like a concept of like, if you have the right weapon, oh fuck, if you have the right weapon, then you can like do bonus to your opponent. And I said from the very fucking beginning, man, from the very beginning, that if it's just +1 damage, you won't really care about it most of the time. And I was goddamn right. I was absolutely 100% correct. Is the friend is here? Good blessings be upon ye? I will slam the door in your face, my boy, my friend. Shouldn't risk that again. True. Shouldn't risk seeing your friend. You'll have happiness overload. But no, seriously, like, oh fucking hell, no, this is not good. Not a human, by the way. So we can do not enough, unless... Actually, she's not human, so do that first. So unfortunately, that doesn't get you there. So you're gonna have to throw something else. Can we throw the wooden bat and it does enough? Yes. So actually, we're feeling pretty good about that. Kind of. Because what I want to do is I want to regain some stamina. So regain a point of stamina here. And then we do a little bit of desperation. Can we get away with another one? No, we cannot. That's just borderline how it has to be done. He takes bonus to sharp. I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, whatever. It's fine. You know, I was just talking about how bonus is useless, and then bonus would have actually made a significant difference there. Fair enough. Sometimes it does. But, specifically, bonus doesn't usually make a difference. And most of the time, you're not in hell like this. which this is already kind of a lost run. I don't know if that would have made a significant difference. Now, oh, Jesus Christ. So, I mean, we do this so that we don't die. That's a pretty good start. And then we take a 90% chance and pray to God. But, what was I gonna say? Oh, we're dead? Oh, we're dead? She's gonna be doing 5 damage? We're dead? We have to brace, pray, and then what do we do? We have to brace, pray. So we have to pray, brace for impact, and then whatever we can do here, which is this. This buys us a turn. Please tell me thank God. Okay, I braced for impact instead of dodged. So we can do this, or, well, I mean, we can do that. But I don't know. I don't think she's weak to sharp. She's the scissor woman. But we'll see. We'll see. I was shit-talking bonus. But you know what? Maybe. Maybe. Nah, she's weak to fire. Do we dodge? I think we dodge, yeah? Because, like, this will do... So if we do this, right? That's gonna do... 8. And this will do... I hate it. I hate having to make the conversion in my head every time. This will do 10. And this will do 8. So we would need to have 4 throwing damage from this. Which I don't think that's what it does, but you know what? Maybe it does. Let's see. Stake. See all results for stake. It says throw damage 5. So, what we're gonna do is attack, and then bonus, and then throw. It did indeed do 5. It's look who it is. Okay, very cool. We're alive. Now, we're gonna get destroyed. Listen, before you see the time skip, and then you're like, oh, I cannot believe we lost the game because of the time skip, we were gonna lose anyways, so it's all good. But, like, here's the thing. Like, there was a previous version of World of Horror where if you had... I can't remember what it was, but it was like the iron, right? Like the tire iron or like the pipe or whatever. Because we played it, and I was really impressed when I saw it. Where when you were fighting what would eventually become Ribcage Woman, if you had that item, then you could, like, use a special action which you basically jammed the tire iron in the ribcage, and then it just instantly killed the enemy. And I thought that was so fucking cool. And I was like, okay, now, and I was thinking to myself, if that's how bonus worked, that would be cool. But that's not how bonus works. It's just like a little +1. And the thing is, if you're in a run like this where you're going to lose, it matters because shit sucks. But if you're in like a run that's gonna win, then you don't care about it at all. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, sometimes it's just like, oh, teehee, I forgot to memorize that one thing. Because I haven't memorized bonuses yet, unless it's like a blunt bonus, because, you know, we mostly use blunt weapons here because those are typically the best ones. But yeah, no, it's just, how do I put it? It's just a little... I don't know. I wish weapons did more, right? Like, if you gave the meat cleaver... Like, the meat cleaver is mediocre at best and can be used with attack speed or on Aiko because she has built-in attack speed. If you gave the meat cleaver some sort of modifier, right? Like, I mean, this is obviously, like, a different kind of fucking thing, but, like, you know, if you let it, like, sever a limb or something so that the enemy's attack would be reduced or whatever, it would be much, much more usable if it had some sort of unique property that you could rely on. If you're, like, because currently, weapons are just stat sticks that you match attributes to. But if weapons had, like, some specific thing that was, like, this weapon is really good against, like, this boss or something, you know, if weapons were made more unique, like they had special functions, which I guess right off the bat, a steak knife, it's for cutting steak, right? It's for cutting meat, so maybe make it to where it's, I mean, the steak knife's already good, but this is just an example, right? Like, maybe make it to where when you're fighting a human enemy, it will do, like, +2 damage on the first attack or something. Or, like, +2 damage on the first turn. Give it something like that. The meat cleaver, does, like, bonus damage on the first hit or something, like, just any sort of unique property. And the most important part about this is it's not RNG. Okay? Having a chance to regain stamina, a chance to regain reason, is not good. It can sometimes save a run. We've been saved by that kendo helmet or ritual mask plenty of times, but we've have 1,000 episodes of this, so plenty of times doesn't cut it. And stuff like the ritual dagger has never been helpful at all, right? Like, the ritual dagger has... I cannot think of a run where I was like, oh my god, the ritual dagger saved me. And admittedly, I don't use the ritual dagger that often, but when I do, it's never happened. And so I guess the thing that I would just say is, like, if... Like, I would love a weapon rework that maybe toned the stats down a little bit, but gave weapons unique properties so that they affected your playstyle. Like, maybe if you have a branch, you can instantly kill Ribcage Woman. I think that'd be cool. I liked doing that in the older versions of the game that somebody gave me access to. Maybe if you have, like, a shovel, you should have some sort of bonus, right? Like, the shovel is basically unusable, to where I think winning with it on Cultist would be, like, a challenge run, and winning with it on any higher difficulty would be, like, masochism. It's just not fun. Well, I guess sometimes masochism in video games can be fun. I did try to do the Nier Automata, a very hard mode where you died in one hit to anything. That was actually really fun. But you know what I mean, right? Like, if there was some... Like, maybe if, like, the shovel was, like, the first round of combat, or, like, the first time you hit the enemy, it cancels the enemy's action for that turn or something. Just, like, something that is concrete, predictable, that you can plan around. And the thing is, that would give fast hands infinitely more use than it has now. Like, imagine carrying around, like, 2 or 3 weapons, because this is it. This is the fantasy. Like, imagine carrying around a shovel that, like, applied concussion to an enemy when you hit them, and like, the first turn you hit them, the concussion prevented the enemy from attacking, and then the second turn you hit them, the shovel did more damage because they had a concussion. Right? Like, or like a stun or something. Like, just anything. Like, I would love that shit so much, man. Like, you could make all of the weapons worse. Like, slower, less accurate, everything. Less damage. But if you gave them some sort of, like, unique... Well, not necessarily unique. It could just be, like, blunt weapons cause stun. Slashing weapons cause bleed. Just anything, really. Flamethrower causes burn. Just literally anything to where the weapons are more than stat sticks, and I think, like, I would be in heaven, right? Like, but could you imagine that? Like, you're carrying around, like, a steak knife and a monkey wrench, and it's like, instead of, like, here's the thing, if you're playing Toshiaki and you have a steak knife from a random drop, well, it's not a steak knife anymore, it'd be a box cutter, but for the prehistoric World of Horror gamers out there, right, you get a steak knife, you got a monkey wrench, or you got a monkey wrench, you beat Young Witch up, you now got a steak knife, you got fast hands Koji, and then it's like, okay, so on the first turn, I can apply bleed to the opponent, so they're taking damage I can apply bleed to the boss with a steak knife, because they take extra damage every turn, and then I can switch to the monkey wrench, which does more damage, and I can just, like, just anything, man. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Like, weapons are just math, and that's it. And, that's it. That's pretty much it. I could rant about this shit forever, so let's go ahead and lose real quick. We already, yeah, we already did that. Because we were like 1 stamina or whatever, 2 stamina. Oh, we were fighting Takahashi first thing? Takashi, by the way. Takahashi is Aiko's last name. Yo, it's the guy from World of Horror? World of Horror? It's Mr. World of Horror himself? Holy shit. We gotta dodge. Also, you could make kicks do blunt damage. I think that would be fun. Because, I mean, for some reason, because of that glitch, I was kind of led to believe that they would do blunt damage. But maybe that would make kicking too good. But maybe kicking could be fun. What the fuck? That's how we won that one time when we lost. Oh my god, 7 seconds too early. You patch yourself up. You patch yourself up. True. But yeah, no, I think, and here's the thing, it's important to, after I just, like, insulted how an entire series, or, how an entire mechanic worked in a video game that I've played for, like, closer to 1,000 hours than closer to 0, I think that it's important to say that obviously I really like the game. It's just that the reason why I have these complaints is that I played the game way too long for, like, a normal person, you know? And I don't mean, like, way too long as, like, oh my god, he wants to stop the World of Horror series. I mean way too long as in, like, a normal person will probably pick this game up and play it for a couple hours, and then put it down, and then come back to it on Halloween. If they're really, really, really into it, they'll probably put, like, maybe 8 or 16 hours into it, just unlocking everything. And then they'll put the game down and then come back to it on Halloween. Like, I would say that most people are getting somewhere between 5 to 10 hours out of the game. So, and I think that if you're just getting that 5 to 10 hours, the game is perfectly fine. Like, I don't think you have anything to complain about besides the bugs. But if you play the game for almost 800 hours, then, well, closer to 800 hours than closer to 700 hours, 752, if you, yeah, I'm like a toe over the halfway point, and I'm already saying that, but, like, if you play it, like, I don't think the game was designed to be played as long as I played it. Like, I think it is unreasonable for, like, specific things that annoy me to be, like, significant criticisms, because it's like I've already gotten my money's worth out of this game, like, probably, like, 100, 500 times over. So, you know. Anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good one. Stay safe out there. I'll see you on the next episode of World of Horror. Goodbye.